She is an American icon, an actress who's outlived many of her fellow stars she's worked alongside through the years. Now, Betty White is about to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award for the decades we've all been watching her, and you get to see her here on Channel 4 every weeknight. I had an opportunity to meet Betty White, and I can tell you, she's everything you think, and more. On Golden Girls, she was the sweet and naive Rose Nyland.
Back in St. Olaf, the most expensive room is $18.50, and that includes the cow.
On the Mary Tyler Moore Show, the flirtatious, witty, even conniving Sue Ann Nivens.
Just cue me and then stick a sock in it.
And now, every night here on the local station, hot in Cleveland, she's Elka, the saucy, wisecracking senior member of the cast of A-list actresses.
I found a picture in a magazine, and I gave it to my hairstylist. Was it a picture of Elmer? This red hair comes with a temper. I will cut you.
Betty White has been making us all giggle for decades. She's 93, but really, she's ageless. It seems her cheeky sense of humor is even more infectious, crossing generations. As a diehard fan of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, this reporter leapt at the chance to head west to meet Betty White and the Hot in Cleveland cast on the CBS television set in Burbank. I can tell you, White is immediately genuine, engaging, charming. She winked at me. And I found her well-documented animal attraction, her passion for those on four legs, is true. It was the topic of our chat around the kitchen table, the center of the Hot in Cleveland set, as we taped a series of promotions for Channel 4.
I'm coming, Jacksonville Beach. I hear they're trying to make it nude.
In between cuts, she shared with me she has a big golden retriever waiting for her at home when she's shooting the show, but her love of all animals is well documented. White told The Hollywood Reporter that, quote, I have to keep acting so that I can afford to keep doing my charity work, helping animals in need. So evident off camera is the incredible bond between these women. Valerie Bertinelli, Wendy Malick, Jane Leeves, and Betty White. They've all been together 5 years on this hit show.
Their warmth comes through the screen right at you, and you can see how much they love each other underneath the one-liners, and how much of a good time they're actually having making the show, you know.
I mean, it is such a fun show to watch, at least, you know, from the viewer's perspective, but also the amount of talent that you have on it. What is the word among the actors of Hollywood? I mean, I would think they would all want to be on the show.
People want to guest on this show. This looks like a fun time. This is a great gig. I want to go over and I get to work with Betty White. You bet, I'm there.
And all the actors are at the top of their game here. He says he thinks there's a line around the block to guest star on this show. The director of the promo shoot is wowed by the talent and the laughs.
I did another shoot with Betty and the cast, and they're so amazing actresses.
Tell me a little bit about working with Betty White.
We were doing a promo shoot, and she had to hold a bowling ball, and she's getting on in her years, and we didn't want to make it too heavy, so we had it crafted so that it was weighed about a pound. And so when the art department brought it in and gave it to her, she took it in her hands. She goes like this, oh! And then everybody on the set was like, oh! And then she goes, ah, gotcha, you know. So that's what it's like working with Betty White.
Betty White will receive the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Daytime Emmy Awards this Sunday. And I have to tell you, Tom, Betty's one-liners, they're just unbelievably clever. They seem to come out of nowhere. I thought maybe they were all written. They aren't all written, trust me. And at one point she told me, I wouldn't be surprised, Mary, if my parents were disappointed when I was born that I only had 2 legs instead of 4. So obviously she comes from a long line of animal lovers. So, I mean, we got along great, trust me.
It's so remarkable. She's blessed with this incredible talent, but really, she's also blessed with wonderful DNA. She's 93.
Oh my gosh, she is incredible. And you know what? When we went to do this shoot, we had to postpone it by a week and a half or so because she had just had a fall. She fractured 3 vertebrae. But then a week and a half, 2 weeks later, she's right there on the set. I mean, it was amazing.
So blessed to be able to heal at that age.
Oh, she's an incredible woman.
Thanks for the story.
It was fun.
More tonight at 10, right?
More tonight at 10. And you just saw a snippet of Betty White's comedic take on Jacksonville when she joked about Jack's Beach going nude.
Well, you don't have to wait to see the rest. To watch all of the Hot in Cleveland promos we shot with the cast in California, we've posted them all on news4jax.com. Just look for this story under Top Stories.